Well, to start tonight's video for Love Island USA, I must say that I already poured one out for Liv. Liv was really the first person to help get me into this season when she caused drama between Leah and Rob, which started the big drama of this season. But tonight, after the recoupling, Liv was gone, along with Catherine and Dea. Liv, obviously, the big one leaving of the group after the recoupling. Um, yeah, Liv was great television. She always told it like it was. Was she really there to find a guy? Honestly, the way she moved in the house didn't really feel like it. But that's okay. Some people need to be on these shows just to bring good television. And she was one of those that brought the good TV, at least for me. I always loved the way she was never afraid to tell like it was. I hope the stupid Leah fans that have been attacking her for the past 2 days on social media will see that her and Leah already made up an hour after movie night while they were carrying on for 2 days, being really annoying towards Liv. Liv has been a girl's girl this entire season, and some misunderstandings haven't stopped that. In fact, I think that's one of the reasons this season has been very entertaining. It's because the girls are not afraid to fight, but they make up pretty quickly after that, which is a nice change of pace, honestly. Um, a lot of times on reality TV, that doesn't happen, so I'm enjoying seeing that. But I'm not surprised she's gone. She did not find a connection in Love Island, which is the point, I guess, at the end of the day. Movie night caused more trouble for Kaylor and Aaron because Kaylor's been getting humiliated by Aaron in segments, I guess you can say. But it's her own fault. She takes him back and then cries when something else comes out, takes him back, cries when someone else comes back. For me personally, tonight after movie night, I fast forwarded every time Kaylor was on camera because I don't want to see that. I read that she, of course, after once again being mad at Aaron after movie night, took him back, which was no surprise. I'm over Kaylor and Aaron. Please get them out next. I mean, the twist is bad, but I want Kaylor and Aaron out. They just take up time on TV. And for what? It's a broken record at this point. A broken record. There was a lot of comments on my last video. Some about Leah and Liv and their fight and the girls in general. And I tried to say in the comments that the girls get along. I think some might take a while to get over things compared to others, but as we saw in this episode, some of the words they had for each other, they got over very quickly. It really has been like a sisterhood like that, and I think it's one of the dynamics that actually makes this cast compelling because you don't get that with women on reality shows, especially competition reality shows. It doesn't happen often. There was also a comment in my last video because I stood up for Miguel. I said he's a straight shooter. Somebody was mad that Miguel didn't stick up for Leah when the whole 90%, 10% thing came out, but that was Leah misconstruing what he said. And Miguel didn't have all the info either. So, like, it was a game of telephone. By the time the information came up around, it was a different story than what Miguel was saying in the first place. Either way, though, if you're mad at Miguel because he didn't stick up for Leah, when I say Miguel is a straight shooter, I mean from his own perspective, like what he's doing in the game. Is he a straight shooter to stick up for other people? No, he's not Liv. He's not like Liv in that case. I think Miguel actually enjoys mess. He's always laughing, smiling when mess is happening. I can relate to Miguel, and it's not just because we're Pisces. It's because of his love for mess, and he does love mess when something's going on. Watch Miguel. He's having a grand old time. But when I say Miguel's a straight shooter, I mean he's a straight shooter because he always says what he wants and what he's probably going to do and what's expected of him. And I respect that because most of these guys, as we've seen, that is not the case. So I think when I say Miguel's a straight shooter, in comparison to the other guys, it's way different. There was a lot of cute moments tonight with a lot of the couples. I think that Serena and Cordell making up was good. They have won me back over for the most part. Even though Cordell's no longer my favorite guy, that probably is Miguel. But I am happy to see them get back together. They clearly have a connection. They have a lot of passion for each other. If anyone is still upset at Serena for being a slow starter, I think they're insane, or they just like to argue, because nobody can sit there and tell me that most of us, when going to date, at least when we're single, going to date, don't have walls up. Like, come on, have you been on the dating market? And yeah, I've said this before, yeah, it's Love Island, and people are supposed to go from person to person, allegedly. But that's why I've liked the way Serena has represented herself, because she didn't do that. She had her walls up, she was a slow starter. At times, do I think that she was maybe not feeling Cordell as much as she hoped? Yeah, but that is why she explored, but explored in the way that she said she would, which was respectful. And that's why when Cordell was going over the top with Dea, she was so upset about it. So I'm glad they have kind of made up, even though Cordell did mess up a lot and he got to see some of the damage he caused during movie night. As for Dea, she's gone. I hope she doesn't get too much flack on social media. She's gonna, because y'all are crazy. She came in, did what a Casa Amor girl is supposed to do, and gave us television. So I can't fault her, but I'm not an insane person on Twitter like a lot of people are. Or Instagram, even. That's where most of Liz's deranged comments from Leah stands were happening. Now, I guess my main topic tonight and the title of my video is Jana and Kenny. And I think I'm a fan. I think they have finally won me over. A lot of what I've said about them is that I just don't understand Kenny, because all we've seen from Kenny is this very stoic person who is kind of blah most of the time. But then he had that extreme reaction when he hurt Janae's feelings and he cried himself with real tears. That was one of the realest cryings this season, because you could actually see the tears. And in my last video, I talked about the eye contact between him and Janae and how that can sometimes be all you need to have a strong connection, and how they've had it since night one when they first met. I had a great comment from Courtney J talking about how eye contact like that can almost be spiritual and how it can make it hard to get away from a connection like that. And then with Kenny's speech tonight, really being from the heart, I thought it was wonderful. I thought it was something Janae deserved so far this season. She's kind of had it rough with dummies like Connor. Kenny's smitten with Janae. I'm sold on it. We've seen many times already throughout the season, since he's been on anyway. Kenny came in midway through the season, which is a hard time to come in. I think it's why I've had a hard time warming up to him, because not only has he came late into the season, but he is a hard person to figure out because of his personality being a little dry. But I get it. I can be dry. But since Kenny has been on, we've seen him talk to the guys about Janae in such a high regard many times. You add in the eye contact, you add in him saying he has butterflies. Yeah, Kenny is smitten, and I believe it. I really do. I think they have the potential to be my favorite couple at the end of the season. Would I vote for them to win? We're going to have to see. That's going to be tough. Who I vote for, I don't know yet, because I really do love that Serena and Cordell gave us such great TV. And at the end of the day, I watched this hoping to get good TV. So I might just have to vote for Serena and Cordell because of that, and because Serena is my overall favorite person in the house. Now, the Leah stands are going to go hard for Leah and whoever she ends up with. And if it is Leah and Miguel that win the season, I'm fine with it, because I like Miguel. And it's not just because he's a Pisces. It's because I do think he is not only the realest guy, or at least he keeps it real, although Kenny now may be too. But he's also very entertaining, where the guys are concerned. Rob sticking with Daniela, whatever. I mean, it lost his live, which sucks, but it is what it is. Aaron and Kaylor, a lost cause. Kaylor's like I can't watch her anymore, genuinely. I have no desire to watch Kaylor anymore. And then Kane and Sierra, who... But yeah, Jana and Kenny have really skyrocketed on my rankings where the couples are concerned. The twist at the end, Harrison... Personally, I thought season 5 sucked overall. I thought the editing last season was pretty bad. I did not enjoy season 5 of Love Island USA. I know some people hold it in high regard. I don't. Harrison especially, I did not like him when he was on last season. So him being brought back brings nothing for me, unless he can cause some havoc between Nicole and Kendall. That will entertain me if Kendall can get some stress in his life for a week, because this show ends in like a week, so we're not going to get too much more. Cassie from last season also coming back soon. Don't love the twist, but we only got a week left, and the season's been so dramatic and so good that I'm not going to complain at this point. I am sad that Liv is gone, but it was a cute night for the couples. I'm very high on Kenny and Janae, especially after tonight, but Cordell and Serena are good television. And then Leah stands are going to go hard for her and Miguel. I don't have a complaint with any of those three winners. I'm right now leaning towards I want Serena and Cordell to win, though. But, you know, 3 solid couples. I'm good with it. And like I said in my last video, as long as Kendall and Nicole don't win, whatever.